Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. Don't have a preconceived notion about a new woman. And this is very important because I'm going to tell you what. Most men mess themselves up when they meet a particular woman, right? They mess themselves up. They ain't even a woman. And the best example of that is when a man meets a very attractive woman, especially a very attractive woman, right? All right, say you out and about, you bopping along, right? And you see this fine woman, she beautiful, got the breastises that you like, big old buttock or nice buttock, slim buttock, whatever you like. If you like them voluptuous, if you like them slim, whatever. It's like what you like, you in particular like, right? But then when a guy sees that, when many men see that, that's when they get in trouble. And it ain't the woman just bopping along. First of all, they assume, oh, she all fine, she'll reject me. Or she likes some thug, or she likes some tall dude, or I gotta be a fashion model, or I need a bunch of money, right? And then the guy, he'll think so much that he don't even say a word to it. He just keep on walking. She don't walking by and stuff. She probably got some pods in the air and everything and just walking along. And I ain't thinking about anything. Oh, but here's the thing. She did check the guy out because women check out everybody, good or ugly or whatever. And they just, they make a decision. But the thing is, you don't know. You don't know. And that's another thing, saying that thing about good looking or ugly. You don't know what that woman think. But see, the guy is hurting himself. He don't know anything. He don't know anything. He don't know. She hasn't talked to anything. He don't know nothing about her. He knows absolutely zilch about her. But then he hurts himself because he thinking all this stuff and then he don't make a move. And then there's another case where he think all this stuff and think he has to make a certain move. He up there thinking about the line. Well, if I hit her this way, I hit her this way or something like that. No, your mind has to be clear when you meet her. You see her, you're attracted to her. Just go say hi. And then flow from there. You don't know. That's the key. That's the key. But see, when you have that preconceived notion, you already gone in your mind over the scenario with her. And you'll mess yourself up because you never know. You don't know what she like. You don't know what her taste are. Like, you don't know unless you know that woman in particular, which, well, this don't apply. This whole podcast don't apply if you know in particular. But if you don't know what she like, you don't even know what she sound like. Like, there's been a couple times I've seen a very beautiful woman, right? Very beautiful. In fact, since, even though my stuff goes out to everybody right across the planet, regardless of race or background or anything, I'll use an example of a couple very, very attractive black women I meet. Now, most guys would see these women and assume, oh, well, yeah, she like Pookie or Ray Ray, or I gotta be a rich guy, or that they even African American. Like a couple women I met, I'll say, hey, how you doing? They had foreign accents. I remember met one, she was a beautiful chocolate sister. It said something, I said, hey, how you doing? She had a strong Spanish accent. She was actually from Costa Rica. She was fine as hell. I mean, she was fine. She actually had a named celebrity trying to get at her, right? And I was like, I could name the celebrity. I'd be like, oh, him? He was trying to get at her, right? But you don't know. Now, if I went in there thinking, oh, yeah, she one of those sisters. She just want that bad boy. She want that rich dude or something. I don't know. She was pretty as shit. Had a killer ass body. I was like, damn. Hey, how you doing? See, I ain't assume anything. I didn't know anything. And she's actually probably one of the most down-to-earth women I ever met in my life. Down-to-earth, cool, even a little shy. She was actually a little shy, because she had the nervous sound in her voice when I asked for a phone number. She's like, you gonna call, right? You gonna call? And I was like, yeah. But if I went in there thinking something, I would have missed out on that. And then another woman, she had it was a light skinned sister, right? You know, very attractive, but she was talk to her though. She was like part German, you know. But see, I didn't have any assumptions or anything, right? And that's with all women. That's with all women. Really, you don't know what she likes specifically. And I'm someone I could trust me. I actually on my Connect Pal site, I got some webinars telling men how to read women, right? I can read them very well, but even then, you still, even if you can read them and you can get an idea about their social class and all of that, maybe religion, depending on the religious symbology, you still don't know. For example, right? You might see a woman wearing a cross, right? She's wearing a cross. You might say, oh, she's one of those hardcore Christian women. But you don't know. You just know she's wearing a cross. So you go and talk to her, you find out she ain't even religious. She wearing that cross because her grandmother gave it to her and she really loved her grandmother. So she was like, yeah, grandma, I'll wear it. And I've actually met some women like that, you know? Because at the end of the day, even if you can read women real well, you don't know that particular woman. You got to go. It's kind of like somebody heard some martial arts, some advanced martial artists talking about. You got to kind of clear your mind of everything and just do it. Don't get it, because seriously, the biggest thing that stops a man from getting the type of women he wants, talking to a woman, is not the women themselves, it's him. Too many guys are thinking too much. They got too much anxiety about what could happen, or they got some plan or something. It wasn't even necessary. Because you don't know anything until you talk to her. And then you still don't know anything until you get to know her. Because I've met, and like I said, I'm going to use this example with attractive women. And just to be clear, that's attractive women of all racial backgrounds now I'm talking about. You don't know. That's one of the things I always said. I've got along very well with very attractive women. And they always told me, because you didn't act like you were scared. Because I ain't know. Because one, okay, they're attractive, but I didn't know what their personalities were. I've had attractive women be big science fiction fans telling me about some stuff. I've had very attractive women, who have deep political discussions with me, intellectual discussions. I didn't know. Because I didn't have any preconceived notions about who they were, what they were about. I was open. Because they across the board. I mean, I talk about this in my book, Meeting Attractive Women. I talk about it there. It's like, you don't know. And that's with anybody. That's even with some ugly women. Now, I know y'all ain't going for ugly women, but I'm going to use this one example. I remember it was a social circle, right? It was a real, I ain't going to lie. I'm usually nice, but this one young lady had a very unfortunate face, right? But she was a friend of this other young lady that I was dealing with, right? She was a friend, and in the social circle, I said, hey, you seen whatchamacallit? Now, this first time I talked to her, this very physically unattractive woman had the most beautiful voice. I was like, what? I'm serious. I had to control my reaction. She looked rough as hell, but had the voice of an angel. Now, I ain't saying that to say I was going to try to get with anything, but I didn't know. Now, I would have, seriously, and that's when I first, not first, but really, it really hit me. Because this was back in the early 90s. And that's when it really hit me. Don't make any assumptions. Just go with the flow. And since I wasn't trying to get with this woman or anything, I was totally unbiased. So I say, oh, you know what? You don't know. You don't know. Because there was another young, very beautiful woman I met, and as soon as she opened her mouth, she was ghetto as hell. So, whenever you dealing with somebody or you meet a woman, don't make any assumptions. You already know you think she's beautiful. You want to get to know her. Just go up and open the door and then be open to whatever comes. So, anyway, that's all I got for today, y'all. Peace and blessings.